Our daughter had me do the most uncomfortable thing, something I'm going to have us do together. Are you up for doing something out of the ordinary with me? Okay. And if not, feel free to just watch me ramble and be awkward. For those of you wanting to try it, first grab a piece of paper, any paper. I have some paper. A writing utensil. Could be colored pencil, marker, Sharpie, crayon, pencil. There are no wrong answers for what you bring back. Go ahead. I'll wait while you get paper and something to write with. What we're going to do together is something so simple but oddly intimidating. Even the instructions are simple. A child made it up after all, and I'm going to offer absolutely no further explanation than this. Take your piece of paper and fold it. Fold it as many times and in as many ways as you like. After you're satisfied with your folding, unfold your paper and observe the lines you've made. Using your pencil or whatever you have, create something from the lines you see. Sorry, I'm folding my paper. You work on your paper and I'm going to work on mine. We'll do it together. So just fold it. As many times, many places. While we're folding and marking up our papers, let me tell you about these dabbling nights that we started doing at our house. The whole premise is to invite a few people to experience a new art form together. The rule is that we try something new and there are absolutely no expectations on the outcome. It's encouraged, actually. So far, we've played with paper, hosted a paint night, whittled and wood burned, and done some creative writing exercises via Zoom. I found that I'm really bad at writing. No, not just writing. I'm really bad at all of these. But it's because it's new, and again, no expectations. All right, I folded mine. I'm going to start drawing it in. The thing about art is that I've typically and honestly been jealous of people who create these amazing, uninhibited pieces. And that got me thinking about things that lower our inhibitions. To be frank, things like drinking. And it's odd how that's attributed to the creative process. Like, think of all the great and creative things I could do if I was just a little tipsy, if I gave into this uninhibited feeling. But how do I get there? How do I get to that uninhibited feeling? What holds me back from just letting it all go? Still writing on my paper. Don't get drunk with wine, but be filled with the Spirit. I've heard that verse over the course of my whole life, and I always thought it was about not getting drunk. But in the depth of COVID and reflecting on God and worshiping Him, Jesus took me in a different direction. Follow my logic here and see if it makes sense in your head too. It's not about not getting drunk. It's about extravagant fullness of the Spirit. It's not about the don't get drunk with wine. It's about being filled with the Spirit. Getting drunk or filled with wine lowers our inhibitions. But instead, what if we were completely uninhibited in the Spirit or filled with the Spirit? What would worship look like? Just as we're sitting here folding paper and making something from it, it takes getting outside of ourselves, out of the comfort of knowing what we're doing and giving ourselves over to whatever this is in front of us. Lowering inhibitions. You're doing it right now by trying something new. So am I, by the mere act of folding paper. It's really uncomfortable, but I guarantee you that if you see what we're all doing, what you're doing, what I'm doing, what they're doing, you'll see some really neat ways God's wired us. We did this one Friday morning as staff, and it was awesome to see what everyone came up with. So different. If you guys comment with photos of your creations, I'd love to add mine to the mix too, so we can marvel together at these differences. So again, what would it look like to worship completely given over to the Spirit? That uninhibited worship. Filled with the Spirit to the extent that we've let go of our inhibitions. Go dabbling with Him. See where He takes you. No expectations. Let me know what it looks like for you.